Moving is never an easy decision, but it had to be made. Find out what I'm talking about after the titles. Roll them. Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge from Train Outsider, the Maryland Outsider here with a video about moving. No, I'm not moving. We are staying in this house and for the rest of our lives, I assume. But as far as the model train stuff goes, something is being moved. If you look down on the floor, you will notice something is no longer where it was. It's actually been an inconvenience for a while, but the double O layout is not where it has been since I first laid the track on the floor. It was in the way of, quote, traffic flow. It just took up so much space. If you're trying to bring something downstairs and put in our basement refrigerator here, or trying to get into the laundry room, carrying a big load of laundry, or I have a tool area and I'm getting out some of my bigger tools to work on something. It was in the way. And my family, being awesome as they are, tolerated it and knew it was my hobby, and we worked around it, but it was in the way, and the cats were nailing it, running in and out here, so it needed to be moved. So where is it? Well, that's what I'm going to show you. So let's just get into it and show you what I did. But before I do that, I just want to say, I did not intend to make a video about this, and I didn't film anything. So what you're seeing is basically the finished product.
So if it's not over here on the floor, where is it? Well, longtime followers of the channel may know Joyce and I, for months, if not nearly 2 years, have talked about building up and putting it over the Bremen Hanover side of my layout here. But for logistical reasons, as well as I still have to build this side, it didn't make sense to do it. So the other options would have been to put it in other rooms. Well, those aren't options right now. Someday maybe it could go in there. So where did we go with it? Well, we took the low road. It's still on the floor, but now it is under my Bremen Hanover side instead of over it. Now, this was just a quick build. There are reasons I built it the way I did. There's a reason why there's a partial fascia here and then channels here for running cords and so forth from one side to the other, both for the train stuff as well as other things I sometimes need to run, such as the shop vac and that, rather than run the cords over my layout and so forth. But be that as it may, as well as the wires for the track, it's all done. It's been tested. It does work. I just took some 1/2 inch by 6 inch slats, 1x2 boards, and I built a frame to run 2 tracks, as I always did, 2 lines. The other part of it is that we do hope to raise it. We're going to put brackets on these legs eventually and raise it a few inches off the ground. But it has been tested. Things are working. And by moving it here off the floor, I was actually able to add about 5 to 6 inches of run length. When it was on the floor over here, it was about 79, 80 inches long. It's now at 85. So, as I said, it has been tested. Things are working. Now you may be saying, yeah, but now if you run it like that, it's going to be dark on camera. I'm sorry. What did you say? Yes, I installed a lighting system on it. In fact, the only drawback is getting the camera, because right now I can't find a place to put the camera safely where I can get the whole run in, the whole 2 loops completely in as I did on the floor. But this keeps it safe from a lot of things. Less dust. Hopefully less cats. Although obviously the cats could still get in here. But they've been nailing it nonstop when they come out of the laundry room where their litter buckets are. And a human happens to be there. They freak out and they just crash into the trains. In fact, they did a number on the Mallard last week, which was what really prompted this to get going. Okay, back to me.
Okay, so there you see the new home for the double O layout. It is not complete because eventually I will be putting in some brackets and raising it about 3-4 inches off the floor. Camera placement is going to be an issue, but I'll do what I can, and but at least you'll still be able to see them running. It just may not be the full broad. You might just get one angle, but at least there's lights, and so I'm happy with that. And overall, this is just a happier situation. The cats can still get to it down there, at least until I raise it up. They'll be less tempted once it's up off the floor. But it won't be getting kicked, it won't be getting stepped on. And because of the airflow we have right at the base of the stairs, that's a major airflow area. Less dust and dirt, because I clean the double O track, well, it's HO track. I clean that every week, where up here I clean this track 3-4 times a year. So that's the issue. So it just gets it up off the floor and less in the airflow. So I'm babbling, sorry about that. So on that note, I will say, Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss and happy trains. Take care, everybody. See you next time.